Because Henry was at the works, the other engines had to help with the flying kipper too. This special train has vans that are filled with boxes of fish. This goes to markets in London and other places on the mainland. James did not like the flying kipper. All those smelly vans, he complained one morning. You can't get the smell off your tender for weeks. I'm very fond of a good kipper, remarked his driver. You're welcome to it, retorted James. A right old misery today, aren't you? Said his fireman. You got out of the shed by the wrong door this morning. And no mistake. Now get a move on, or the fat controller will give you something to moan about. Groaning horribly on the curves, James went slowly down to the harbour. The vans for the train were already in the shed, while people in Esperance worked busily, loading them with boxes of fish. Pooh, said James, wrinking his nose. James was coupled to the vans. He had not been waiting long when a forklift truck loaded with fish boxes rounded the corner and came towards him. Another, hurrying away for a new load, came way too fast in the opposite direction. The loaded one swerved to avoid the other one, and its heavy load shifted. 6 full boxes slipped from the top of the pile and burst open on the rails in front of James. James closed his eyes in horror. Ugh, he shuddered. Broken fish and boxes lay everywhere. For once, James was right. The smell was not nice. Luckily, there was plenty of time for the men to clear up the mess before James had to leave. "A good job those boxes didn't fall on you, James," said his driver, winking at the fireman. James shut it again. The idea was too awful to think about. At last all was ready, and the god showed his green lamp. "Thank goodness," said James to himself. There were no speed limits at the harbor. So James could get a quick start. The train seemed heavier than usual tonight. So, when they reached the spot where the fish boxes had burst, he was moving at no more than walking pace. The rails seemed clean, but oil and scales from the split fish were still there, coating them in a slippery film. As soon as James had reached the place, his driving wheels, with nothing to grip, began to spin helplessly. James did his best, but the heavy vans dragged him to a standstill. He found he could neither move forwards or back. "Fish," explained James in disgust. Men brought hoses to wash the rails. James grew very wet and very uncomfortable. Then they put the sands on the rails in front of each driving wheel. James was at last able to move his train. He was very late, but at least he was off the fish duty. To say he was glad would be putting it mildly.